Hello everyone, this is Shatarupa and today I've brought yet another HR round question that's often asked in every company in every interview to every single person, and that is, what is your weakness? How difficult it is, right, to really explain someone what is our weakness, because we have to make an analysis, we have to succeed in that, we have to do a proper market research, we must have a strategy, we must have our own identity, potential, and we must be able to pay the cost for each and every weakness that we mention, right? So, how difficult can it really get to say a weakness that wins heart? It's really difficult. I would say that it's really difficult to explain a weakness that can really impress someone who's hearing you. So, to answer all your questions that you had over the time, that what is the answer to the biggest weakness of your life, I have bought this awesome video. I want you to please stay connected till the end, because at the end, I'm going to give you a sample as well as I'm going to answer this, that what am I going to say if I was questioned what is your biggest weakness, right? So always remember, it is a two-way road, okay? If there is a strength, there will be a weakness. We are not a flawless person, and thereby it's important that we really analyze what is the weakness that we hold, right? So, if we really get through the fact and we know what is the weakness that we have, it's really simple and it's become one way road, and you can really convert your weaknesses into strengths. So, when someone really questions you this thing in an interview, that what is your biggest weakness, the students or the candidate who are giving the interview really fall into two basic categories. One, the person who really tries to upskill or play or try to play a game thinking that this is what the interviewer wants to hear, right? So never go by that strategy, right? If someone says that what is your biggest weakness, now don't think that he must be expecting that I should be working hard, I should have that potential, I should be a team leader, I should be the game changer. It doesn't go that way, right? We all are different, we all are unique, and thereby our weaknesses are also different and unique. So, what do candidates do? They generally try to play up a skill that they think the employer wants to hear. Like, for example, my biggest weakness is definitely the fact that I work too much. Now, you working too much is not a weakness, it's a strength, because that is going to affect your career in a later stage, right? So, no one is going to have an issue with the fact that you're working too much. So, what is the candidate trying to do? The candidate is just trying to upplay a skill that he or she thinks that the interviewer wants to listen. Now, let's go ahead and read that what it's trying to say. It says that at my previous job, my boss actually had to implement a rule that I needed to be out of the office by 7 pm because I routinely stay until 9 pm. I did win the award for highest sell through rate though, so maybe it wasn't all for nothing, right? So, this is something that you're trying to show off. Say, hello, I'm really working hard. I'm really working hard on these companies, organizations, so much so that I stay in the office till 9 pm, and the manager actually had to implement a rule that I have to leave office by 7. So, this looks too good to be true, right? So, this shouldn't be the case at all, right? You shouldn't upplay a skill that you think would benefit you. Maybe that this weakness might surely throw you out of the interview because you were trying to act smart. So don't do this, right? Second, what is the scene? Second is the students are really honest with the panelists. That is also not needed, okay? Don't be too good that people start taking advantage of you, right? Like here, the person is saying, my biggest weakness is the fact that I freeze up whenever I'm forced to talk to someone. I don't know To be honest, I'm terrified when I walked in the door today and sat with you. But you have been really nice. Thank you. But yeah, I was shaking earlier. I just don't really feel comfortable in those situations and I get pretty awkward. I'm working on it though. So this is too honest, okay? You don't have to really say that you were nervous while you walked in, right? What will happen? The person will think that you are still nervous. And what if you are put in front of a client and you have to give the entire presentation, you have to convince the client and get the deal done. So, what will be the problem? The problem will be that you cannot do it, right? So, please don't be dishonest that you were shivering, you were nervous, and you cannot manage this kind of situation, but you are still working on it. Please don't try to be dishonest with the interviewer. Even this kind of honesty can get you out of the interview, right? Moving on to what are the rules that your weakness answer should have. Simply pick up a skill or a trait that you have been actively working to improve. Okay, you can say, see, in both the above scenes that I presented, that I'm nervous or I work too hard, they are a skill or a trait that you have, right? So what you can do, you can please pick up that skill or a trait. Say them that you have been continuously working to improve on this. Describe how that trait has challenged you in the past. Talk about the actions that you have taken to improve it. Showcase the results that you have got out of your action and talk how others have praised or acknowledged you. This has to be the 5 most important points in your answer, and that's it. You don't have to give them any description. Pick up a trait. Tell how that challenged you. Talk about the actions that you have taken to correct it, to improve it, to rectify it. Showcase the results. Show what results you got after taking your action. And then talk about how people have acknowledged it. Right? So, before moving on to something else, let me take you back to this app, Campus Monk app. It's really new, it's really helpful, and the link for this app is there in the description box. Please go check it out. We have started a July batch too. It's really going to help you improve your aptitude, technical, and your interview skills as well. Everything comes under just $4.99. Please go and check this course out and go enroll yourself today. It's never too late, but I really am afraid if you really get late for something, then you will miss out this offer as well. So please go, the link is in there in the description box. Check it out right away. Alright, so what is your greatest weakness? Let's question this to ourselves, that what we really think is our greatest weakness. Right? So, moving on to the first sample, right? How are you going to present your question based on the 5 rules that I told you, right? Let's see, are there all the 5 rules? In the past, right? We are going to pick up a trait that we have come across in the past. That was the first point. So, start with the term in the past. Name a weakness, like public speaking, right? Name that weakness. Was a huge challenge for me. I would incredibly get nervous when I knew I had to speak publicly. I realized this was hindering my progress as an individual and as a professional, so I decided to take action and improve my public speaking skills. Talk about the action that you took. And after several months working through it, I can honestly say that my weakness is something I've started to enjoy. And most recently, show them that I took a presentation along with my client where I spoke relentlessly, and I was so happy about it that my client and my colleagues did congratulate me, and I was really satisfied with the results. Okay, so there is an acknowledgement of the colleagues and of the client. You have showcased the results that you have taken the entire demonstration, entire presentation for the client, and that is how you are going to answer a weakness question, right? This is a sample how you're going to do it. Okay, now what should be your weakness? Now, how you will be thinking that what can we say in our weakness then, right? So I've made your task even simpler. I've got you a list of things that you can say that what your weaknesses can be. Please pick up any skill, any trait from that and frame your answer in this pattern. Okay, this is a sample pattern that I've given to you. Frame your answer in that way, right? So, in the next slide, see here you have the pattern, right? Asking for what you want, fear of rejection, feeling inadequate, avoiding unnecessary conflict, passivity, procrastination, public speaking, and lots, right? So, pick up any one skill or trait and frame your answer in this sample pattern, right? So, now, the most important thing. What would I say if I was questioned about what is my biggest weakness, right? So this is what I would say, that in the past, public speaking was a huge challenge for me. I would incredibly get nervous when I knew I had to get up and speak in front of a crowd. I realized this was hindering my progress as an individual and a professional, so I decided to take action. I asked my teacher manager to allocate 10 minutes in our team meeting each month where I could present on something. After a few months of working through my speaking issues, I can honestly say it's something I've started to enjoy. Most recently, I co-led a pitch to one of our university gathering where we were to address a crowd of 10,000 students and some delegates for a convocation purpose, and it was a big hit. My teachers and my friends appreciated my efforts, right? So, you being a BTech student, you can obviously have a convocation at your university. You being a graduate, not only BTech, any graduate, right? At your university or your college, you might be having convocation, you might be having multiple fairs, you might be having multiple meetings, multiple things that are happening for public speaking, right? So you can ask your teacher manager, the teacher who are responsible for you can ask them, because I suppose everyone has a team meet, okay, in the university as well. So you can speak there, okay. So you can frame your sentence like this. So public speaking was an issue. I took that up. I realized that was hindering my progress, and so I have started working on it, and this is the result till now that I've got, and my teachers and my friends have really appreciated it. Alright, so it's really not difficult to convince someone with your weakness that can really win hearts. When you say this kind of answer, the interviewer will be okay, like this person is ready to learn. He might fail, but then he'll not feel demoralized, he'll be motivated and he'll work further, okay? And yes, if we work further, we are sure to meet with the best results, right? And something that we deserve. So, this is an assignment that I have for you until I get to you the next video on the question, that is, what is your greatest strength and why? So, the question here is important, that why is this your greatest strength? I want you people to think about it, that why is this your greatest strength? In the next session on HR question, I'm sure I'm going to get you this answer, and I hope you have liked this video and it was helpful for you. So at the end, use your weaknesses and aspire to strength. Thank you everyone, and see you in the next session. Bye bye.